Meet me at the corner of 5th and Grand. I have an elaborate scheme to bring Gotham to its knees. Huh? Batman.
I am darkness. I am the shadows.
No, you're not.
I am invisible vengeance.
Hey, Bane! Is that Batman behind those barrels?
They'll never see me coming.
Indeed it is.
Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Today, let's take a look at the McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, or better known as one of the best Batman costume variants of all time. I don't know why I love this thing so much. It's just weird, it's wacky, it's out there, it's not what you think of when you think Batman. I've gushed over it so much since it was revealed that I've actually pissed a few people off. I've gotten messages of, how can you like that thing? It's so ugly. And I'm just kinda, 'cause it's my personal preference and opinion. We're talking plastic representation of a fictional character who dresses up in a bat suit to scare criminals, but never dies. Okay, maybe he's died a couple times. In fact, wasn't this Batman R.I.P. when this costume was brought back? We're not dealing with world-changing matters here. We're talking about Batman in yellow and red and purple. Also, before I get started, special thanks to McFarlane Toys for shipping this out, because when I saw this in the box, I thought, oh, my life is complete. Looking at the package, it's what we're used to with the line ever since it came about in, early 2020? This has been the packaging. On the side, Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, more window, more blue, more black. On the back, a pretty picture of the figure. Down here's other figures in the line. I think most of these have been announced or released. On the other side, Batman of Zur-En-Arrh, Batman R.I.P. I guess I could have just looked at the side of the package before guessing. On the top, more window to allow light to shine down when it's hanging on the peg. Heaven, let your light shine down. Yeah. On the bottom, legalese, barcode, some kind of numbers. Let's get this open and see what's going on. Look how much background does for packaging. The cake through the tray! That did not free jack or shit. Basic McFarlane stand, have the DC logo 1-foot peg. Then the trading card, that picture from the back of the package, and a bio on the back. That is a long bio. Be free. Ow, that's kind of sharp. And so are those. And look at this thing of beauty. At least according to this beholder. I think another reason I like this costume so much is even though it is a silly-ass design, they play it so serious. I mean, the colors are bright, they're cartoony, but then you start looking closer and there's stitches. Like it's been put together several times or just made out of thrown away materials. You know exposed laces on a boot means, oh, it is time to get down and dirty. The torn and tattered edges on the, I guess the overshirt, the yellow is his undershirt, but that forms that Batman pointy shoulder look. And then that tatteredness just works into the cape too. It's just ragged. So many wrinkles back there, they are crisscrossing even. It comes off as a slab of rubbery plastic. It's soft, but it's not gonna stay anywhere you put it. It's gonna have this position laying right here. I wish more companies would use this for costume details like lower tunics or sleeves or something. Oh, jackets that you can take on and off. The yellow is smooth. It's just muscles. But then you get to the gloves and you have the spikes on the back and a leathery feel and some extra detail work. On the boots, like I showed, the laces, but it also has some ribs and some seams and some wrinkles. The stitching on the leg coming across and down here, and it even runs around the back and down, and then it's in different places on the other leg, just to give a slight sense of asymmetry. That runs up under the arm, up to here and over. A little bit of musculature on the back, but way more smooth than the front, which makes sense. It's going to be covered 99.9% of the time. The logo is also raised and sculpted. The yellow oval has some like little lines in it, almost like one leather piece, and then the bat is sculpted on top of that, and that also has a very nice texture to it, setting it apart from the rest of the costume. The crotch piece is a rubbery overlay, fairly soft, but it's barely hanging over hard plastic. You would think it would get out of the way of the leg, but it really doesn't. There's a little flex, but not much. On the belt, the buckle isn't the traditional Batman buckle, but it completely works. Granola bars, maybe? Ammo of some kind? Canister of easy cheese, spare change pockets, pocket knife pouch. I like how they're all different, like it's just thrown together because of the trash costume. And I don't mean trash as in it's bad, I mean trash as in this feels like he pulled it out of the garbage and put it together. And then finally, the head. And at this point, we've seen quite a few Batman noggins from McFarlane, and while this one seems to have some damage on the flesh where it's exposed, I feel like this is one of the better shaped cowls we've gotten. Sometimes Sometimes they have a weird shape or artist specific that doesn't fit into the genericness that you may want in your action figures. Here, it's just simply Batman in purple. Couple of issues I've found. The belt is glued on crooked. In the promotional images, the buckle is in front. Most people wear their belts with buckles on the front. Maybe he doesn't care if the belt is off to the side a bit, but my brain is screaming for it to be straight. And it doesn't seem to be an easy fix. I think it's glued to the rubber, and that's always a bear to tear apart. And then for paint, I would have liked to seen a little wash here and there, especially to bring these stitches out. They don't get quite lost in the plastic. Anything to make them pop a little would have been appreciated. I guess the same down here at the boots. In fact, now that I look at it, except for the logo and maybe here, the colors are mostly in their base plastic. Oh wow, there's the face and the eyes too. And then to bring it up again, this may or may not be a negative. It depends on if you plan on putting this in your mouth. These are very stiff. That's along with the ears too, which makes them very stabby because they're pointy. But on the positive side, they keep their shape. You don't have to worry about it coming out of the package with these bent or flexed or out of place. They are going to be nice and sharp, good silhouette. Going over articulation, there seems to be a dumbbell joint at the top of the neck. You can get some up, some down. Oh, so much tilt. And it looks left and right. The shoulders are usually a dumbbell joint with a cover piece in there. This one's a little tighter than most. Back about that much, forward. There's just not a lot of room to move. That pins out to the shoulder, which goes all the way around. Well, you gotta kind of jut out for that. Hinges up to there, swivel at the bicep. Double elbow, ugly in neutral position. It has this sticking out. I guess it's not meant to be fully straight up and down, but that cut in right there gets you to right there. Swivel hinge swivel at the wrist, so it hinges back and forth, rotates around, turn. You can also get it up and down any direction you want to go. Dumbbell at the mid torso, ball joint at the waist gets you that much. It runs into something there. Arcs back, so much tilt. Rotates. Swivel at the hip comes up to, well, about right there. Back hinges out. Oh, better than most Spider-Mans. There is a swivel below that built into the assembly that's fairly seamless. Rotates in, rotates out. Double knee. Oh, so close to kicking his own ass, but still impressive. Seems like there should be a boot swivel, but I think that's actually glued. There's a swivel hinge swivel at the ankle that allows rotation side to side. Hinges back, hinges forward. Forward facing pin, but the way the foot is sculpted up around the ball, it doesn't rock very much. And then a toe joint gets to, oh, about right there. Comes with a knife. I don't remember this from the storyline. It's been a long time since I've read R.I.P, but just like the costume, seems discarded. Like it was just found in the garbage. Hands are still tough as hell. That's another thing gotta work on. Get in there. You will grip stuff. Ooh, yeah. Not a problem at all. Look at that. So easy. When I think of Zur-En-Arrh, I think of baseball bat with some kind of nails or screws or spikes or something up at the top. Look at this thing. It's been beat to hell. The rough wrap for the handle. Nice paint job. It still has wood showing through. Oh, it's cooling off. And because of the articulation, nice laid back stance. You can also easily get a two-handed... Oh yeah. Easily get a two-handed grip on the bat.
I'm the Batman.
Zur-En-Arrh stands at about 7¼ inches tall to the top of the head, and then, of course, slightly taller with the ears. Fairly consistent with most of the other McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batmans. You know, like the Lego game Hazard Suit Batman, but I prefer the shorter White Knight Batman. It seems to fit with Superman, but not so much the rest of the Bat family. Because those tend to be larger, although Zur-En-Arrh does look good with whatever version of Red Hood this is. And then one of the three Jokers. One of the three Jokers. It is taller than that first McFarlane Toys Superman. I don't have any of the newer ones, the bigger, bulkier one. And then here's the NECA Toys Green Lantern. McFarlane Toys is 7-inch scale, so it's going to be bigger than the old Mattel DC Universe Classics or Medicom Mafex.
I'll have to call you back. I have to deal with a huge problem.
And then to just give you a general idea, here is the Hasbro Star Wars Black Series Stormtrooper version 1 and the Hasbro Marvel Legends comic book Black Panther. So at the end of the day, I kind of love it, but I was almost predetermined to love it. Again, I just dig this costume. So when there's a chance to get it in any form or fashion, I'm excited. Because really, when you get down to it, the proportions themselves, the legs are kind of long, but that's almost McFarlane's style at this point. It's a conscious choice by McFarlane Toys. You know what you're getting into before you even buy it. The belt being crooked does bug me, and the hands need to soften up. Otherwise, the sculpt work, the presence, the overall presentation, yeah, This is going on the shelf somewhere when I find DC space. This makes me want, oh man, the Rainbow Batman, Robot Batman, Zebra. Give me all those wacky variations. I may not have a McFarlane DC display at the moment, mostly because well, I just want my favorite versions of figures, and there's not enough of them yet. I like pulling them out of a box and messing around with them, but nothing up on display. That would make me free up some space. The weird looks for Batman through the ages. I do understand that this isn't everyone's cup of tea. I mean, just look at this thing. So beautiful. If you enjoyed the review, comment, like, subscribe. Much love to the plus if you're interested in seeing videos early or in a position to help out the channel. Patreon.com. Wherever you may be watching this, always catch you on the Fwoosh. I do have some loosening of the joints, but it hasn't affected posing much. It doesn't fall over. The detents do a good job of keeping it in place and keeping it upright. This knife keeps popping out of this hand though. It's not a tight grip even with the stiff plastic of the hand. Or maybe I stretched it out and now it's stuck in the more open position. Don't make me give you another dose of this.